Welcome to this comprehensive tutorial on creating a voting decentralized application, or dApp, on the Ethereum blockchain. Today, we'll explore smart contracts and how we can implement a secure voting system that ensures transparency and trust. Before diving into the code, let's take a moment to understand what a dApp is. A decentralized application operates on a peer-to-peer network like Ethereum, eliminating the need for trusted intermediaries. This is particularly useful in a voting context, as it maintains the integrity of the votes. First, let's outline the structure of our voting dApp. We'll build a simple model where users can create a poll and cast votes. The main components will include a smart contract for the voting logic and a front end to interact with the contract. To start with, we need to set up our development environment. This includes installing Node.js, Truffle framework for smart contract development, and Ganache for creating a personal Ethereum blockchain locally. After installing these tools, create a new project directory. We'll call it Voting App. Inside this directory, initialize a new Truffle project. Next, we need to install the OpenZeppelin library, which provides reusable smart contracts. This will help us manage our contract structure without reinventing the wheel. Now that we have everything set up, let's create our voting contract. Go to the Contracts directory and create a new file called voting.sol. In this contract, we declared a candidate struct to store candidate details and a mapping for both candidates and voters. We also included functions for adding candidates and voting. It's time to compile our smart contract to ensure there are no errors. You can do this by running the following truffle command in your terminal. Next, we will deploy our contract to our local blockchain using Ganache. Open Ganache and create a new workspace. Once it's running, note the network settings. Now, let's create a migration script. Place this migration script in the Migrations folder. After that, let's deploy our contract to Ganache by running the following command. Now, let's build a simple front end to interact with our dApp. For this, we will use React.js. Inside our Voting App folder, create a new folder called Client. Navigate to it and create a new React application. Once the React application is set up, we need to connect it with our Ethereum contract. First, install the web3.js library, which will allow us to communicate with the Ethereum network. Now, let's create a file to set up the Web3 connection. In the src folder of your React app, create a new file named web3.js. In this code, we're connecting to the local Ganache instance. Now, let's create a file called voting.js where we'll handle our voting logic. In this component, we fetch the list of candidates from the smart contract and display them. We'll also create a function to handle voting. Let's implement that next. Now, we can add buttons to allow users to vote for a candidate. Below your candidate list, we will add buttons for voting. We're almost there. The implementation is complete. Now let's run the React application and see our dApp in action. Make sure you are still in the client directory when you execute the following command. Once your application is running, open your browser, and you should be able to see the list of candidates. You can cast your vote and see the vote count update in real time. Congratulations! You've successfully built a voting dApp using Ethereum, Solidity, React, and Web3.js. You now have a foundational understanding of blockchain dApp development. Before we finish, I'd like to point out a few possible improvements to this dApp. We could add features like deadlines for voting, user authentication, or even a UI redesign for a better user experience. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Feel free to share your thoughts and challenges in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.